Here is the step-by-step solution of Tally Prime question which Anil sir has given us. Here first we are going to create the company. Here we are going to create ledgers. Okay, so now we are done with ledger part. And in this, I don't have created profit and loss account, cash account, debtor and creditor, and stock. I'll explain you why. First, we are going to see why I have not created profit and loss account and cash in hand account. Profit and loss account and cash in hand account are already present in Tally Prime, so that's why we don't have to create it. Just go to alter and alter them. Since we have given diversification of the stock, so that's why we don't have to directly create the stock ledger. So first we need to go to the inventory masters. Here's the step by step process. First we need to create the unit, then group, then item. So let's create the unit. Here now we are done with the stock part. Let's move forward towards the data and creditor part. For data and creditor, we need to make separate ledgers for everyone. Let's see how. Okay, so now we are done with data and creditor part. Let's move forward towards the vouchers. Currently we don't have purchase ledger. So first we need to create it by pressing Alt plus C. Here we also don't have the input GST ledger. So first we need to create them by pressing Alt plus C. Here I have included input GST in current asset. But the teacher said that we have to include in duties and taxes. Both the ways are correct. But we should need to follow our teacher instructions. So please include all the output GST and input GST in duties and taxes rather than including it in current asset and current liability. Here we also don't have the sales ledger, so first we need to create it. Here we also don't have the output GST ledgers for sales entry, so first we need to create it. Here now we are in the payment voucher. By default it is not showing you the debit credit. For this, see the mouse cursor. Go here and change mode and change it to double entry system. After changing into double entry system, if you have laptop then press Fn plus Alt plus F12. And if you have system or computer then press only Alt plus F12. After pressing Alt plus F12, this will appear. Here see on the top, use debit and credit को yes करना होगा, पहले से नो होता है ये. Here make sure that you are including GST in the payable amount. If you have forgot to include the GST then your answer will come wrong. We have received the discount, but we don't have discount receipt ledger, so first we need to create it by pressing Alt plus C. Here in this entry we have allowed the discount, but we don't have the discount allowed ledger. So first we need to create it. Here there is a error in the question. In the question 1,07,000 is written that we have received from Sita, but actually the amount is 1,90,000. So please fill 1,90,000 as received from Sita, not 1,70,000. Please make sure that you are posting right entry in the right voucher. Here I have posted all the input GST and output GST in the current asset and current liability. But please make sure that it is the error according to the teacher. Please post it in duties and taxes, not in the current asset and current liability. Please make sure it. Here by mistake I forgot to enter 10% discount rate. So please don't forget it to enter. Here the purchase was unregistered. If the purchase was unregistered, then we don't need to charge any GST on it. But in case of sales, registered and unregistered, that doesn't matter. We always have to charge GST on sales. Here we have purchased the machinery. Since machinery is not the core item for business, we didn't purchase the machinery for the resale purpose. That's why we need to record this entry in the general voucher rather than purchase voucher. Here the important entry comes, which says we have purchased land and building from ABC Ltd for the consideration of 10 lakh rupees. For to pay the amount of 10 lakh rupees, we have taken a loan of 6 lakh rupees from the bank and issued 4 lakh rupees debentures. For this transaction, we need to pass 4 different entries in 3 vouchers. First, payment voucher, receipt voucher, and general voucher. Let's see how. But first, we need to create ABC Ltd ledger. The first entry will be recorded in the general voucher for the purchase. And we have taken loan. For loan entry, we need to go to the receipt voucher and need to debit the bank account with the bank loan account. For say bank account, we have taken State Bank of India. If you want, then you can also use ICICI Bank. And now we are making payment. When we issue debentures, then there is no involvement of cash. That's why we need to record this entry in the general voucher. And for the payment of 6 lakh rupees, there is involvement of cash. So that's why we need to record this entry in the payment voucher. Now we are moving forward towards the payment entries. For the rent entry in the question given that we have paid rent plus outstanding rent. The sum of both the amounts is 30,000 rupees. The amount of outstanding rent is given in the question 15,000 rupees. If the outstanding rent is 15,000 rupees and the sum of rent and outstanding rent is 30,000 rupees, then the rent amount is 15,000 rupees. By subtracting 15,000 rupees from 13,000 rupees, we got 15,000 rupees as rent. And now we don't have the taxes paid account, so we need to create it by pressing Alt plus C. And please must include it in the indirect expenses account. Don't include it in the duties and taxes account. Taxes paid is indirect expense, not duties and taxes. Make sure it. After this entry, we first need to adjust provision for tax with taxes paid. The previous year provision which we have made of 2,08,000 rupees, it should need to be adjusted against the taxes we have paid currently of 3 lakh rupees. The taxes paid by us is 3 lakh rupees is more than the provision for tax. So the whole provision of 2,08,000 rupees get adjusted against it. Now we are moving forward towards the outstanding entries. First entry is salary outstanding rupees 50,000 rupees. In the quotient 45,000 rupees is given as outstanding, and we have already paid 42,000 rupees. 40,000 rupees, and it means 5,000 rupees balance is left. So we just need to pass the entry for 45,000 rupees. So that's why the total sum amount becomes 50,000 rupees. And here's the entry for provision for tax. The question said us to maintain 1,50,000 as provision for tax balance. Just ignore the current salaries in the question because it's wrong. Here's the entry for rent outstanding. We need to maintain 10,000 rupees as rent outstanding. And now we are charging depreciation. Now we are going to charge the depreciation. For charging the depreciation, we first need to make the depreciation account, depreciation ledger, depreciation on furniture ledger, and depreciation on plant and machinery ledger. So let's make it by pressing Alt plus C. Here I by mistake entered 20,000 rupees. The actual amount is 24,000 rupees as depreciation. Here for the depreciation plant and machinery, we must need to include 7,000 rupees plus 23,000 rupees. 7,000 rupees for the machinery which we have purchased on 1st April. Here by mistake I entered 24,000 rupees, but the actual amount is 30,000 rupees as depreciation on plant and machinery. And now I am correcting all my mistake which I have previously done. Please learn it carefully how to correct your mistakes in Daybook and Alter Ledger. See here, I have done one entry 2 times. To delete this entry, first select this entry and then press Alt plus D to delete this entry. Here you can see that error is occurring in the duties and taxes. That's because I have included GST, input GST and output GST in the current asset and current liability. So please include it in duties and taxes rather than current asset and current liability. Now I am correcting this mistake. If you follow all my instructions, then no such error will occur in your balance sheet. The question was successfully done.